Cool, we're live. This time it worked. Hey, everybody, this is Bradley Benner with Semantic Mastery and Mastery PR. And today we've got a special guest, Pavel Kovalev. I'm sorry if I butchered your name, Pavel. But we've got him coming on today to SEO automation and his amazing tool that I'm actually really anxious to see this presentation from Pavel because I had some experience with this many years ago and got away from using it, but time he's done. And so this is going to be re-entered well. And so we're kind of excited to see what you got for us today, Pavel. If you want to say hello.
Hey guys, thanks for having me.
And we've also got Marco and Adam on just kind of for support in case we need any help with anything. What's up, Adam? What's up, Marco?
Hey, everybody. How's it going?
What's up, man?
There you go. There's Adam. What's up, Marco?
What's going on?
All right, cool. Got a lot of people in already. People are still coming in as we speak as I'm looking at the live attendees. So, guys, go ahead and just put in the chat box where you're coming from today. And it's over to Pavel and let him get started because we want to try to keep this efficient as possible. And about how long do you think we're going to need, Pavel?
Well, I was targeting about 40 minutes, 45 minutes, but I'm known to go like overboard. So I can easily go twice as long and 3 times as long, but I'm targeting 40 minutes.
Awesome. Yeah, I mean, we've got a good hour. So, and obviously if we're answering a lot of questions and stuff like that and we need to go over, that's not a problem. Be here for as long as you need. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to you, Pavel. You can grab the screen and do what you got to do.
All right.
And guys, while he's getting set up, let's see. No video or audio. How could that be?
So you don't see my screen?
No, I can see you. You're fine.
I can see
you. See there's someone in the chat box. So
yeah. Oh, okay. Everybody says it's fine now. Sorry, Pavel. Don't worry about it. You can just proceed, man. The recording will always come through fine anyway. So,
all right. Well, I created a bunch of slides, and because of the scope of the system, so I tried to stay in balance of the covering what the functionality of the system, the benefits of the system to your audience can get, and at the same time not going too much in technical details so that we don't bear in details. So RankWyz it is, and how it benefits the typical person who does SEO can get from using RankWyz. Well, just for the brief second, this is dashboard. So I'll be switching back and forth from the slides and to the dashboard of the system. So before I go into the details, the history, of course, so I have to cover the history. Since this year, RankWyz turned 5 years old. I believe time flies. So 2012, this is when we launched our service, and it was nothing. There's no simple screen. There's no simple functionality. You can find what RankWyz was back then. It was pretty simple. We launched it in the several SEO forums, and it was simple functionality to generate content. So generate content for different SEO tools. So I've been doing SEO for several years by then. I have a development background, and I found that no matter how many tools I have, I don't have relevant content. So nowadays, I probably will not create with anything like this because there are lots of tools that generate content, but not back then. So we started as a simple, and then we started adding the ability to post on different Web 2 sites. This is the beginning of RankWyz. It was so simple so that you have to use your own tool to scrape content. You have to use your own content, the tool to scrape images and videos. You only upload it once you're done. So that it was just extremely for geeks. You do everything, you prepare everything, you upload it into our server, and then we kind of chunk the unique content and post it to the different blogs. Well, 5 years since it's still RankWyz and it's still around, and it's completely different, as I said, and it's because front end of the RankWyz and the back end is a lot of system services. So we have pretty large infrastructure. We have different servers, a lot of functions, a lot of servers. We all host on Amazon, so that doing all specific tasks, we do crawling, we do index checking, we do rank checking, we do posting, so that whatever we launch, it always goes to under the same umbrella, RankWyz. So like something is not relevant any longer for SEO, so we're kind of dropping it off, but it's still the same RankWyz. This helps us to stay, let's say, relevant for the SEO for the last 5 years. So there are a lot of competition we've seen come and go, and well, we're still around. I personally have a development background, so that I've been working as a corporate consultant for many years before decided to go on my own. So for me, this is a natural to build complex systems. So I have skills, and we currently have an amazing team of developers working with me, building, and we continue building the system. So the current state, before I go into details about the system, I'll just very briefly, will explain the current, my view of the current state of SEO. And first of all, on-page optimization, it's more important than ever. The content relevance, so many of us who've been doing SEO for a long time, remember when you didn't need to do any SEO at all. So it's only links, not any longer. Like having two sites, one with the 2 pages with thin content, another on content rich. So you will the content rich side will always win. So the on-page optimization is important. But with all the shift SEO is making toward the content management, content marketing, the off-page SEO is just extremely important factor, continues to be. Authority, relevance, and traffic, the 3 cornerstones of the modern off-page SEO. Google has own definition of authority, and it uses this pretty loosely. So we don't have any indication from Google what authority is, but they keep telling that there is an authority. We assume that there is some aggregated metrics like domain, content, page, and backlinking profile that aggregated in some way of authority. So we only have exposure to the third-party metrics that provided by the companies that are trying to fill in the niche that left voided after Google discontinued PageRank. So the PageRank was the indication from Google that tells that this site has better authority and this site is not as much of authority. Now, the third-party company, Ahrefs, Moz, Majestic, are coming up with the somewhat indication of authority that gives us somewhat correlated value that we can tell that this site is better, like this domain is better for SEO than this domain. But it's still, even if we don't have the number from Google, we know that exists. This is how, and in my view, the best indication for the Google authority represented given us its ranking, and because it's ranking, so authority is niche specific, or topic specific. The site that is high authority for Toronto dentist, the most authoritative site for Toronto dentist, has no authority whatsoever for, let's say, Chicago plumbing. So relevance is related to the content, and it started with the Panda update when the Google, well, it probably started early, but the massive move away from thin sites with the Panda update, when Google started paying more attention. Let's put it this way, when SEOs noticed that Google started paying attention to the content, thin content, one-page sites, they all gone from the search results overnight. And was the beginning of relevance. This is when, again, if you've been long enough with SEO, you remember this is when a whole bunch of services that were doing like somewhat related content. You can get one article and spin it for the multiple versions, and that will be all somewhat related, let's say dental content. So you cannot any longer count link as good if it's not coming from the context, and if context is not relevant to the niche. There's a lot of indication that Google is moving away from using anchor text completely. So there are a lot of tests that shows that anchor texts are somewhat hurting your site more than helping. It doesn't really mean that they don't count. So there's always some age where you use anchor text, but that kind of, without going completely off topic, relevance is the as close correlation of the niche the links are coming from, they're coming from, and the content of the site you want to rank for. And traffic, like with the introduction of this completely vague I don't know if it's a mystery update. Well, of course it's not, but the algorithm, the rank brain, that nobody knows how it works, but there are a lot of rumors that if you sum all together, it's basically learning from user interaction with the site. So going to the site, navigation to the site, staying with the site, and of course, if you have no traffic, there's no data, you can show Google that probably will be discount, like everything else will be discounted to the proportion to the traffic you have. So I always thought that Google moving toward of reevaluating links based on the traffic like years and years ago, because for me as a technical person, if somebody asks, tell me like how to identify the good links from bad links, the bad links don't bring traffic at all. So if you think about infographics, again, so if you've been long enough with SEO, you remember the huge buzz the infographics created. If you know the technical details, the infographic is nothing but image that brings a lot of traffic. So anyway, so this is all the summary of the off-page optimization. The off-page is still important. I have a link here. Let me copy it out. Open the very recent most study that shows, and it's for a local search ranking. But if you look at this, they do a survey every year, and this year link signals goes up from last year and year before, and based on the survey, the link signals for it's for local, but it's kind of correlate to other search algorithms as well. The link signal still attributes to up to 29% of the overall ranking factors. So if you we all have to be aware of the new signals, the new way to put it, where the search engine put in the existing signals to see what's important, social signals, citations. But we always have to remember about off-page in the form of link building. Link building is important, and how to improve off-page SEO. Like, I mean, if it's important, we can improve. If you go, let's say, 5-8 years ago, how you improve off-page SEO? The answer was the answer was simple: build more links. Like if you again, so anyone who's coming from the old school, like black hat world, knows that there was a mantra: the link is a link. The million bad links were better than one good links. Why? Because before Penguin, Google reiterated over and over and over again: bad link can hurt your site. So basically, the link had negative, neutral value, zero value, up to the positive value. So if you build a million bad links, so the worse, you just wasted your effort because you built a million links. Of course, Google had penalties before. The penalty was not a part of the algorithm. So with the penguin, Google introduced, in my opinion, a negative value to the link, and now you can have a link with the positive, neutral, and negative value. So the aggregation of value of different links gives you the total value of the linking profile. So how to improve link building or improve off-page SEO? You need to improve quality of the lower tier backlinks. So there is no point like building low quality backlinks is worse than doing nothing. But doing nothing is still not an answer, because if you look at the search result again, so if you know, let's say in the local search, you know that you simply analyzing the sites that ranking higher will, with the very high probability, give you sites with the better backlinks and more backlinks. So how to improve off-page SEO is to improve quality of the lower tier backlinks. So it's been years and years since everyone learned that you don't do low quality backlinks directly to your site. But this exactly applies to any lower tier. So let's say you do local SEO and you have first tier properties that will be all different citations, might be Yelp page, might be some other review pages. Like, so this is all combined your tier one network. And you care about the tier one network as good as you care about your own site. In fact, I personally think that the best off-page strategy is to do SEO on your tier one and not to do off-page optimization for the main site at all. So if you have your tier one properties ranking for your keywords and you have links, let's put it other ways. If you have links from properties that are ranking for your target keywords, you will by association will have a high ranking for your own site. So you don't need, and that will be pretty safe. So if you monitor your tier one and you make sure that your tier one is ranking for the for your target keywords. Let's say, like, what's the number one authority site for the Toronto dentist? So this is the same answer. What is the best link I can have to promote my Toronto dentist site? Of course, it will be some sites that are in the index that already Google consider authority for dentist in Toronto. So improving low quality, the lower tier backlinks, this is what we have in the philosophy of RankWyz. So you don't need 15,000 backlinks every month now, but you need to build authority network that might have not as many properties, but they all have high authority. They will be relevant to the niche and they will rank. So once you have your network, once you improve the authority of your network, you will improve the overall SEO of your main site. So what is a success for 2017, like SEO success, is the building brand network. Brand network is like brand network or niche network. So like if, let's say, I want to promote my Toronto dentist blog, so I need to make sure that I have enough properties. I have access to enough properties that are relevant to the niche. There will be Toronto, will be dentist, or the best combination of both. It will be the Toronto and dentist. Would it be your own properties? Not obviously. So you might have citations. Let's say the Yelp page is the SEO property you should take care of. If you do press releases, this is the part of the network, but you also can build your own properties. You can do PBN, which is there's a mixed view on the PBNs nowadays, and it's exactly for the reason like why one part of the SEOs think that PBN do work and another doesn't. PBN do not work is because if you it works if you have relevancy, if you have authority, and if you have traffic. So if you do it like 2012 type of PBN, when you get expired domain and you put one article and you expect that one link from the homepage will rank it, so it's not going to happen. So the brand network, and it comes to relevancy. So basically, we once we build the properties, so we need to build as relevant content as possible. And every time I refer to relevant content, and we'll get to this later on when we talk about the RankWyz content solution, it's not any longer one spoon article. It's not even manual content. Like, I mean, I know that so many SEO now switch to preaching the manual content, which in many cases is worse than automated content, because it's just what I called human spoon articles. Like, you buy it and they get another article, changed some of the wording, might be changing positioning, and Google sees it, and this is 10 millionth article they've seen in about dentists. So it's not anyhow impressive. So relevancy should be considered in the form of the new, it's not new, the Hummingbird algorithm, that is when Google starts switching from the ranking keywords to ranking terms using the knowledge base. So you have to create it in the form that Google's, once access the article, can tell this is relevant for the Toronto dentist. So it's not any longer just random and unique. Like, this is another myth that we might just don't have time to discuss, that how unique should be article. The article should not be unique. Article should be relevant to the term you're expecting it to be ranking for. And if you're in a local business, or if you're affiliate business, so it should not be just general electronic. So if you want it to be the yellow whatever iPad, so it should be the yellow iPad. If it's dentist in Toronto, it should be dentist Toronto. Diversity of the platforms, and interlinking. Interlinking is again another topic that is completely. I talked about interlinking multiple times, and every time it brings like very different emotions. Like I've heard many times people say that this is the way to bring down the network. No, if you have a big network and there's a math somewhere that calculates the node, interlinking node between the network, and if let's say you have 100 or 200 nodes in the network, it's almost impossible to detect the interlinking. It gives you thousands and thousands of options for the interlinking. But this is the way in 2017 to link together the relevancy authority within your network. Would it be your YouTube channel? Would it be your PBN? Would it be your branded Web2 network? So you have to interlink them. Like, how scary it sounds that interlinking will just boost the SEO dramatically, because you send your authority flow with you connect it, you close it within the within your network. So who are using RankWyz? As I said, RankWyz has been around for 5 years, and it started for the tool for people who do professional SEO, who spend time. So it was a link building tools, but we are expanding. We're making more user friendly, and now we have range of still majority of RankWyz users is people who do SEO for themselves, or the small SEO professionals who do SEO for clients. We also have some number of SEO agencies and pretty large chunk of SEO providers. So if you came across of the services that do manual web tools, if you do see the services that sell links on the different services, many of those link providers are RankWyz users, because we RankWyz does allow create networks of different scope and run them for like easily create link building service. So as I said, so like whether you do SEO for yourself, for your clients, whether you're an agency or you're selling links, like basically do SEO link building for sale, it's still a relevant way of making money. And this is you can find the functionality in RankWyz. So so 2 pages of what you can do with RankWyz, and again, I try to find a balance between not going too much in details with RankWyz and show what RankWyz has. So the number one is just link building using your own or shared network. So, and I put it as number one because this is the easiest way to start using RankWyz. Let's say you have your links to post. You can use RankWyz. You have links to post on your blogs, or you want to post relevant within the scope of the relevant content. You want to do bookmarking. This is what you can do. RankWyz has a streamlined way to start using it, because if you don't have time to build your networks, you can skip this step and use RankWyz shared networks. This is why I put this number one in the list. So if you go to the list of the shared networks, you will find a huge number of predefined networks. It's coming up that group together. They all themed. You can see that, say, automotive, and you can see the number of Web2 blogs in every network. Let's say automotive, 40,000, business 28,000, and down and down. So we have lots of them, and what we do, we just take away the everything you need to manage your network. You don't need to create your accounts. You don't need to add them. You don't need to monitor. You don't need to replace them if they get suspended. You don't need to manage them to make sure that you don't overpost on them. So this is what RankWyz shared networks are. And we guarantee that your links will be posted in the in the scope of the relevant content, because once you post links, so we supply predefined content. So if, let's say, you post your links and selecting the diabetes content, so you can supply your own content, but nobody else can, so that all blogs, if you selected diabetes blogs, will be posted diabetes related content. There is no risk that your content will go to some bad content, irrelevant content that hurts relevance. So basically the simple way to start using RankWyz is just start posting links. But this is the only thing that we have in common with other link building tools or services, because our main goal is building authority network. And I have use cases on our support on the support blog that step by step defines the building authority network. So basically, if I'll just sum it up in 10 seconds, so you have to post content, you have to create blogs using relevant username titles, taglines on the large number of supported Web2 blogs. I have to to the list of supported platforms. So you can see this is the list of supporting Web2 blogs. Bookmark, a pretty large number. So when authority network need to spend time of posting relevant content, first without links, then with authority links, then make it more specific. Like first it's just niche, and it's making it more specific, weighted to be indexed, weighted to be ranking, and then you will be surprised that the SEO results, the impact of the network will be tenfold of what you would expect from the just generic order you can place for Web 2 blogs, or if you do on your own. And this is where it comes together, the point of improving off-page SEO linking profile by using high authority properties. So you build your own network. We spend time. And how high authority can be of Web 2 blogs, you can easily build. And we have our done for you service when we offer links on the page authority 20 plus. We guarantee page authority 20 plus blogs. The most of the Web 2 blogs provide subdomain, and as you know, Google treat subdomain as a separate entity. So if, let's say, your PBN, like PBN by because it's top level domain, has a greater authority, but you can't really, it's not as easy to have 100, 200, 500 blogs PBN, and you can easily supplement it with 200, 300, 500,000 Web 2 blogs that you can build the authority, you can get them indexed, you can get them ranking, and then use it for your SEO. That will be safe, that will be extremely efficient. So monitoring network metrics, indexing, the uptime. So I'll make it very quick to show. So we collect for the metrics. We connect with the all third-party services. We do Majestic. We do Ahrefs. So this is pretty. So there's not much. So you can see that this is Moz. This is number of. This is Majestic numbers, and we do our own index checking. You can see the history of indexing, and most important, we have automation based on these numbers. Like it's nice to have those numbers, let's say number of indexed pages or number of high authority pages, but the best is when you can create any automation based on the number. Like let's say I created a network and I do so-called warm up, and after that we have the automation that's called authority move, and I can move them automatically as soon as the blogs reach number of indexed URLs or number of pages, or when they start ranking to the different network. So you can see that combining this together already give you a better control in building your authority network and applying it for your SEO, because you can build within the project two networks. One is warm up that you will be just continue posting, and you will set up the automation that will be moving blogs as soon as they reach the criteria. Let's say they indexed, it might be easier. You can achieve it in a couple of weeks. Or ranking, if you looking to build links directly on your client site, so you might wait until your blogs start ranking for your keywords, and then you move them to the different network. So bulk rank tracker, again, so I'm not going to go too much in details, but on the project level, so you can enable rank tracker, and unlike most of the rank trackers, so we apply the all keywords for all properties in the network. Let's say if I'll build the a huge project that has different networks. This is websites and the competitors, and I have networks inside with the Web 2 and PBA and the network. On the project level, I can set up rank tracker and upload keywords. But once I do this, system will use it to unlimited number of blogs and properties in your project. And again, so we the idea for our rank tracker is not as much to show the exact positioning for every site as create an automation based on the ranking data. So as I said, so that one of the most typical scenario is that if you're looking to build the network for the extremely high the quality of Web 2s. So like you might put the criteria that you move blogs to there only once they rank in for the relevant keywords. You don't need to rank for the high-end keywords. Like it might take forever to rank them. But if you, let's say you like you're looking for, like in this case it's electrical niche around Toronto, so you can create hundreds of keywords, very low competition keywords but highly relevant, and if Google places them in the index for any low competition keywords, you can consider this a safe blog to be used for link building. It's like, I mean, there's no better proof of the quality of the blog if it's in the search in the index. So, and as long as it is in the index, you can consider it safe because first the property will disappear from the index, and only then there will be the effect of any penalty applied or anything. That's if we talk general about sites. So we have rank tracker, and you can see that if I'll go from this is a project level. I kind of I jumped a little bit. So the organization of so we have projects inside, we have websites and competitors, we have networks. So this is might be a lot of properties grouped together, but this is how you see your network. You can grow it month after month. You might have low tier network with the properties where you add properties, you're warming them up, then you moving them to the higher tier, then you start authority networks. This is where you see them all together. But if I want to see, let's say, the ranking on my PBN, you can see that I have small PBN. I don't need to enable it, so I'll go to any level inside the project. I can see a rank tracker, and that might be an indication. Quick check for me if the network is healthy. So I'm just pulling out keywords. Automatic bulk indexing. So we have integration. So I'll skip some of the steps in the system. We have integration with the 6 bulk indexing services that you don't need to pay for. With any posting you do with the RankWyz, you can automatically upload them into bulk indexing. I would not say that nowadays those are the answer to all questions in indexing, but it definitely won't hurt if you upload all your posts automatically to the bulk indexing, especially multiple services. And again, so it comes with the RankWyz plan included. So you also have an option to add your own bulk indexing services to double effect. Search and traffic simulation. This functionality alone worth to be on a standalone service. Its traffic is becoming more important, and we have it probably since 2014, a long time ago, and it's been proven over and over again that traffic is extremely important. So there are 2 types of simulation, traffic simulation in RankWyz. One is let me go to the project. So, here it is. So, on the network level, so there you can see it's the enabling traffic and search simulation is as simple as enabling those 2 switches on the network level: traffic simulation and search simulation. So, in order to run search simulation is more commonly used, and for that reason, very commonly abused. So, I think. I've seen first implementation of search simulations back probably like 8, might be even 10 years ago. And it still works. But of course, Google knows that it's been extremely prone to abuse, and they very careful about analyzing and detecting if the search in Google done by the bots or by the visitors. So what happens with the search simulation? Basically, the system, like in any implementation, including RankWyz, Google consider click through is the positive signal, and if anyone consistently searching for your keyword and finding your site and stays with the site, not using back buttons, so we only know that the click through is the positive factor. So you can tell that it's improved ranking. You don't need to do any setup with the RankWyz. You don't need to upload your keywords because you have enabled rank tracker. As soon as the system, if you enable search simulation, as soon as the system sees that the blocks, the properties in your system will start ranking, so it will automatically start using bots to search for the ranking keywords, finding this block and clicking through. As simple as that. So you don't need to upload. The one problem with this mini implementation of this is because you only have few blogs to upload. You only have few keywords to upload. So like how many times you will do the same set of blogs and same set of keywords. But if you have hundreds of blogs and you have hundreds of keywords, so you might have only a couple of clicks for every term a day, but combined, this is a huge search traffic goes to your network. Another set is traffic simulation, and this is most powerful when it combines with the Web 2 traffic, because most of the Web 2 sites have Google Analytics installed. Just give you a hint. So how Google knows that there is a traffic coming to your PBN or to your money site or to your Web 2 network, because when you build multi-tier network with the RankWyz, you can see and enable traffic simulation. So we send our bots to the posted URLs, let it stay, and if it's multi-tier, navigate to the upper tier. So as soon as you start posting links, remember at the beginning I said that Google will evaluate and will add the value to the link as soon as it sees the visitors coming through. Again, simple implementation. When you have only a few URLs and only a few bots going through, it's really hard to build it in a way so that to make it completely natural. But if you have hundreds of posts over the hundreds of blogs, and you can send the traffic simulation code, so that improves that itself. Enabling traffic simulation improves the indexing several times. It's make it fast. Why? Because that you made a post, you send the bot click through. So we do. My view on the quality of the traffic is that if it's recorded in the Google Analytics, and I know Google does is extremely careful filtering out bots from the visitors. So our traffic appears on the Google Analytics. When they see the traffic, the massive traffic goes through the Web 2 networks and clicking through up to your might be SEO properties or like your PBN. That's all together. And again, so when you have hundreds of posts, hundreds of blogs, you don't have lots of traffic through every property. But combined, it's a lot of visitors and it's really hard to it's impossible to match them all together and send that this is all bot traffic. Well, overall, 40% of the traffic internet is bot traffic, it might be even more. So, but when you send all your traffic to your money site, you're asking for problems because it's really hard to tell how to make it to believe that, you have enough variety of IPs to have different behavior, but nothing you can draw from the 1-click or 2-click on the link. What if you have hundreds of links a day and you have hundreds of clicks through different links coming from different Web 2 sites up to your properties? You have a massive traffic in your network. So it's not directly in the money site, but it well, Should not be looking in the chat, so get me distracted. So automation. I briefly managed the showed automation, so I'll be kind of like probably halfway. And as I said, so it's all probably already double the time I plan to spend it. Automation. So we have lots of automation built in on the networks and the blog level, and that will be moving blogs around in the different networks, creating, detecting new posts. We have RSS feed monitors, PBN RSS monitor that grabs every day new posts and building backlinks. So we have a SEO automation. Is, let's say, when you have your 200 blogs, it's easily calculated. 200 blogs, 200 posts. So like you have, what is 44,000, 200, lots of posts, and you tracking, let's say, a couple of hundred keywords. As soon as the system sees that any of the posts start ranking, and you enable SEO backlinking, SERP backlinking, the system will build additional backlinks to the ranking pages using the keywords it's ranking for. So, like, of course, you should kind of use other type of backlinks to make sure that you don't do over optimization, but it becomes extremely efficient way to improve ranking. As soon as the Google testing your page for the some specific keywords, and unlike any other rank trackers, RankWyz tracks position up to 500 position in SERP engine. So, like, I mean, if it would be for your money site, you would say that it's irrelevant whether it's after below the 100th position or at all. But when it comes to Web 2, our philosophy is that if it's ranking, even if the 300th position, it's good. So, and as soon as system detects that it's ranking, you can enable automation for the SERP boosting. So, like, you see the Spotlight installation Toronto page, some random page on Web 2s, and let's be honest, they will not go extremely high. You don't even need to be extremely high, but they rank in somewhere like in the 100th position. So the system will automatically start boosting them using the keywords that's already the detected ranking. So what you can do with RankWyz, site analysis, so metrics, audit, anchors, backlinks, uptimes, snapshots. So I'll just do it in one shot to show. If you go to the project, and you'll see the sites. This is what we call like, they're all sites, but this is what you consider the client side or money side. You will track position. So the same as competitors. So you can see that a lot of analysis. First of all, it's site audit. So we do crawling. We collect the information on the site, the index pages, non-index crawl errors. So you can see that the page, what position it's ranking for. So it's still, we still have a lot of plan to improve on the crawler, but the idea is that you can see that the link, you probably have to, we're planning to have this link, but hey, this is turned to be 301. It's because this is a HTTP link and it's doing HTTP as redirect. So you probably want to change it to direct link. So this is how you can see the broken links or any other info, the problem with the site. So rank tracker, the hierarchy with all entities with the project. You can see the ranking for the specific blog, for a specific website. SEO metrics. This is where you see the profile collected from the Ahrefs, Majestic, and SEMrush. So you can see all the metrics and you can drill them down. So anchor profile. So you can see you can load anchors. And this is what we recently added. You can set a type. Let's put it this way. You can set a type, what type of the anchor it is. You can see that in this case, we have 23% of generic backlinks, 30% of URLs, and 46% of LSI. So basically, this idea is built on the article of Matt Diggity. So if you follow him, this is his fantastic post on Ahrefs, where he kind of debunked the idea that there is one generic, one for all anchor distribution that help you rank. And he said that based on a different niche, so that the best you can do is see the anchor distribution for your specific niche and compare your site. So this is exactly how we build it in RankWyz. You can see that once you update it for one site and go back to the project. So there is a report of anchor distribution. And you can see the my client sites versus competitors. And you can see that, let's say I know for a fact this site is ranking high, and they have 23% of brand URLs. And my client only has 3% of brand URLs anchors, brand anchors. So that might be one of the reasons why it's ranking lower. So you can see that they have higher LSI, but let's say this site has 23% of generic links and 30% URL, 46 LSI, and absolutely nothing on brand and target. So again, going back to sites, so we have anchor profile, organic keywords. We load keywords. It's kind of keyword discovery again. So you can save on all services, Majestic, Ahrefs, SEMrush, all together, because we have all it integrated. You can see that. I'll be speeding up through the slides. So this is the way of loading keywords from the SEMrush and sending them to selecting and sending them to Rank Tracker. So we have SEO analysis. So we have backlinks. So our implementation of backlinks is different because we implemented the filtering way of loading backlinks. Let's say you want to know, like you get a new client. One of the strategies you can use is to build backlinks to the good backlinks domains already have, sites already have. So like one of the most ignored, the neglected thing is just existing good backlinks. They should be considered a part of your network. Whether it's backlinks of your PBN if you buy an expired domains, backlinks of the SEO properties, backlinks of your money sites, they should be included. If you want to boost your site, you want to boost their good backlinks. So you can filter out, let's say, backlinks by good trust flow, good citation flow, load them. And there's an automation that's called backlinking. A little bit wordy, but that's exactly what it does. So you can load good backlinks, and there will be automation in the background that will continue building backlinks to the all good quality backlinks. So this is the automation is the way we kind of were thinking to implement it. So you discover different services, you add more SEO properties, you build a higher tier one properties, but there will already automation in the background that will be discovering those posts and discovering those posts and backlinking. So we have snapshots. So system automatically builds snapshots, or you can build a snapshot automatically. Let's say if I'll go to the site, at any moment you can say that create a snapshot, take a snapshot, and later on you can go back and check the snapshot, look at how different this site over 2 years. Page authority was 24, it's now 1. The main authority went down, citation flow went down. Hopefully when you do your SEO, so that this is the opposite trend you'll see. But You can take automatic snapshot. You can see that the recent snapshot was taken April 1st. And this is one of the way you can communicate to the client when you show how the over time the difference, how the different the results, the metrics of the site. Well, no changes since April. Well, I guess it's almost an hour, and
keep doing what you're doing, Pavel. This is gold, man. I've seen a lot of good stuff already today. So we've got a lot of questions coming in, but I want you to finish your presentation. And
Okay.
if needed, we could probably schedule you for another webinar if we need to, couldn't we?
Well, it would be a pleasure for me because you can tell I can. I will
I'll take that as a yes.
Honestly, yeah. I will talk until you say that's it.
All right.
All right. So that
keep doing what you're doing, and we'll jump in here in about a half an hour.
Content meal. That and the important the success of the any link building campaign nowadays is just in as much as in the content as in the rest of the campaign. The domain authority, the links, the anchor distribution. Nothing without relevant content. As I said, so I personally, I personally absolutely, well, I have a lot of evidence that spoon content, if not that, is dying. Well, unfortunately, there are still a lot of people coming from the old school, the SEO, that is just, especially like everyone who just, many who just planning to set up the PBN and have access to some kind of outdated materials. Like they believe that is just, there's a lot of magic in selecting the expired domain. There's a lot of magic in the hiding all the possible footprints. But once you're done, it's just as simple as just posting 3 spoon articles and you're done. Like that's it. You wait for something to happen. Well, I know what happened in 3 months. You will see a lot of posts. Hey, I don't see any movement. So how come? Well, content. We, as I said, RankWyz started years and years ago as a content service. So the content, like of everything you see in RankWyz, content is my number one obsession. I absolutely believe that whatever, I challenge anyone so that who say that manual content is better than, well, of course, if you're a writer who's writing on the top quality blog, so that I probably skip and challenging you. But for everyone else who just think that just ordering manual content on the crappy site, that, like, I mean, well, probably shouldn't, like, skip this, scrap the crappy on the site that sells manual content will not do any good unless it's extremely relevant. The dental article, like there's a 1 billion articles, probably I just do like a very safe estimation, 1 billion articles Google knows about dentist. So there's nothing you can do to surprise Google to say, hey, that's an impressive article on dental. So the only you can do is to make it niche, the relevant, targeted relevant. I always use local SEO examples. And of course, you can apply it in your case, if let's say if you're in e-commerce and also, but a local is a great example. So if you look into rank your Toronto plumber, so that plumbing article is just not even halfway. So it should be relevant to the both Toronto and plumbing. So well, that was an introduction. Content Mill is a built-in content server, and you organize your content in the form of buckets. Content bucket is we had a lot of grief from anyone who'd been using RankWyz in the past that we extracted content from the easy submission or campaign setup. Everyone loves this going click, set up one article, keywords to scrape, and you're done. And RankWyz Content Mill allows you to define very advanced content. And again, that's like, make no mistake, it's a technical content. You look at this and you're thinking, no, my readers will not like it. It's not intended for your readers. So I know for a fact your Google bot will like it. They will rank it they will index it fast. They will rank it fast. So we have different type of buckets. Article Builder, I'm pretty sure Article Builder does not require any introduction. It's been around for a long time. Good, solid service, quota-based. You have probably 400 credits every day. And it gives relatively, not relatively, just readable content. So they have their own structure of the content. They mix it up together. They apply spinning. The services from the same guy who does the best spinner, and extremely easy to integrate, extremely easy to use. So RankWyz allows to pull your article builder content, and we allow to enhance it with the relevant images, videos. Long time ago, we implemented it. Syndicated content. This is how RankWyz started. This is what everyone does nowadays. You enter a bunch of relevant keywords, so you allow to enhance it with the username or username, images, videos, translate, spin, and so on and so on. Own articles is for whatever content you want to look into, you can upload. Usually user implies that you have your own articles, but most likely will be if you have other way of generating content. So not too many people post manual order manual content in bulk. So own articles assume that you create a bucket and you upload your own content. I will skip all of this because one way or another implementing a different system, and I will go into the mixed content. The idea for mixed content is when we realize that we can't really keep different type of buckets every time we have an idea, press release or RSS feeds or social. And we come up with the idea of the content that allows to create a template using different snippets of the different contents. I will not go through the steps. I will just open the existing content, and this is the base of the huge difference of the mixed content sources from any other system, like any other system I know. It's based on topics. So it's not a keyword, it's topic. So when you create, this is our implementation of syndicated content, the same as any other implementation. You create a bunch of keywords, they mash, they scrape and everything together, and if they are very close related, so most likely we'll get somewhat all, let's say if I'll do electrical. So that will be somewhat related to the electrical niche, but try to mix together content which is on the different topic. Let's say where's my favorite example? Sport. So I can see I created a long time ago when we introduced the mixed source. So let's say topics are completely different. So you have topic for the soccer, hockey, and baseball and volleyball. So our system create an article for the specific topic. You can create multiple keywords for the topic, but if you want to create an article for soccer or baseball, so you create a topic, and when you go to the implementation, you will see that this article is on the topic of yoga. Well, that's not how you're supposed to see this, but it's created 2 years ago. You can see this article. If you create it in yoga, it's yoga, topic yoga. Then I go to the, let's say, volleyball. It's volleyball. Well, that's good example, but if you look at the implementations, that might be you might just realize how exciting it is. So you create the content for the local SEO, and you have different locations, and you have different topics. Let's say the variations of the trade, whatever keywords, right? So as I said, that's extremely important if you want to rank this site or the property for the Chicago dentist, so you expect to have the content somewhat related to Chicago and for dentists. So you can't upload all dentist articles and plug in the URLs, the expecting some pages ranking for the Toronto orthodontist and another page rank for the Toronto dentist, or the Chicago, Toronto, Miami. So we have two types. This is specifically for the local SEO. No, there's nothing in here. I think the one I was, there it is. Okay, Chicago dentist. So when you create two different topic lists, you can see this trade: dentist, orthodontist, dental clinic, and the second list is Chicago, Toronto, and Miami. Well, it's spelled okay. And you create an article that will create an intersection of dentist, Toronto, or I can't see this. Let's say this. So what do you think this is related to dentist? Nothing, but it's related to Toronto. This Toronto maple leaves. This is what the essence of the hummingbird. Google ranks not the keywords, that ranks entities. That is the knowledge base. This chunk is related to Toronto. And this is we haven't really announced it. So this is we testing our structured data scrape. This is coming from Yelp. So think this is dentist business snippets that coming from the Yelp with the reviews, with the threads. And if I'll refresh, you will see more of the content. Dental clinic Chicago. So dental clinic. So this is news snippet related to Chicago. Has it anything to do with the? Yeah, in this case, actually, there's something cosmetic, but the snippet is supposed to have relevance to Chicago. So if I'll go to the there's no dental reviews. So how we compile them together? So we go to template, and you can see that we have different template blocks. So let's say we have group. Inside group, we have image, and we have related topic. So let's read this template. So this part will be image for either topic 1 or topic 2, 50-50. So it means either image on dental or image on location. Then this is indicated content. That's basically scraped content. On topic 1, in this case, there will be chunk of text related to the dentist. Video for topic 2. That's why you saw video on the Toronto. That's why you saw video on the Chicago. And this is the latest our testing. So we adding Yelp yellow pages. You can see the template, how you rank reviews, description, and how many times. So it's just work in progress. If I'll show the content templates, you can see a lot of them are like a long time ago when I created NHL, let's say. If I go to topics, you can see that Toronto Maple Leafs, Detroit Red Wings, and Boston Bruins. When you run the content bucket using specific topics, you will have an article on Toronto Maple Leafs and Toronto Bruins. It's not exactly the same as mashup and articles on the hockey. So again, when you apply to your SEO, when you think about affiliate SEO, when you think about local SEO, that's all together creates a huge advantage of creating targeted niche. It's combination of templates. This is all active. Let me stop it and I'll show that how many different content templates we have. We call them content blocks. I can add more blogs, article builder, syndicated, own articles, image, video, HTML, news. News is this where we're getting new Google News. Like, how important would be to get a news on, let's say, a dentist? Well, but including Google News on Toronto will be extremely important. That's relevant content. RSS, you can apply feeds. So you can do press release. You can do Twitter, Pinterest. Group is a grouping of other blogs, and this is the new we just adding, Yelp. So we will have several new blogs. So we're now moving into collecting not just content, but the structured content. And it will be, so we're adding now local businesses, recipes, and some electronics. And most important, we're moving into reviews. Reviews will be extremely relevant for the content. Like, Google knows them. Google indexed them already. They know this review is related to the Toronto businesses. Including them in any properties will be like, and of course with the attribution link. So we have an option to enhance content meal with the data with the RSS feeds, data feeds. Well, this is kind of not open yet, so we're looking into give ability to advanced user to upload structured content and create templates. So for the different type of articles, and again, our goal is to create extremely relevant content. If you want to rank your properties, let's say if you create, and that's why I say that this is where usually my challenge applied. If you want to show to see how different our automated content from manual content, let's do a challenge. So I'll create several hundred targeted Web2 blogs, and we'll post content specifically. Let's say this is where I plan to do. Let's say Ontario tutors. Let's say if your client is a tutor, so you probably will create the topics on the math, English, physics, whatever, all subjects and all different locations. You combine intersect two lists together, so you'll create extremely relevant content for hundreds, might be even thousands of the possible combination of two topics and the locations. And you will see them all ranking, like many of them ranking. And that will be completely different from anyone who will claim that they will do manual content. And again, so this is the topic where you can stop me for sure. I will never move from content generation. So,
well, I gotta be honest, man. Like, I love your approach about creating content buckets and how it scrapes based upon topic as opposed to keyword, because that produces semantic relevance, which is speaking directly to RankBrain and Hummingbird, like what you were just mentioning. So
exactly,
very, very powerful stuff.
And plus, well, since you asked, so we have an option to extend it. Let's say if it is a topic, so you can specify keywords within the topic. Let's say because it's still scraped in many cases, right? Like, I mean, you might just say that what kind of grouped keywords you want together. So you're still grouping them together. You have topics, we have subtopics. So that using subtopics will allow it to create long. So we have a strategy to creating like very long keywords relevant to different subtopics. Let's say you group them all together, and it's a dentist will be subtopics, orthodontist, dental clinic, white teeth whitenings all together. So you can create. So we have silo approach. So we have if I'll go to advanced. So you can see that we have the how to generate titles, how to generate so whether use translations, whether to use spinning. As I said, so I personally not fan at all of spinning, but it's still very common request. So how to use tags and categories? Simple. If you use topic, and that's what I use by default, I'll create the category of topic. So like when I post this, it will automatically create a category Toronto and dentist. So I can do citations if I want to, embedded citation. You can do formatting of citation. Okay, let me move to the link profiles, because link profile, it's another that's another part of the successful link building campaign. ever since Google turnaround of the 10 years old, might be probably what it was, probably around 10 years old data they collected on anchors against ACOs doing the penguin, will say, well, you've been doing it for 10 years, like a dog training. So now, like, hey, that's now a penalty. So like they the anchor profile becoming extremely the link profile become extremely important part of any campaign. So you want to create, like I showed you how you can tell if your anchor profile is off. But so with the RankWyz, you can create a link profile that is extremely powerful to the percentage of the, let's say, distribution between primary keywords, secondary keywords, generic keywords, page title. So that's very powerful, especially if you build like a lower tier. Like you can enable page title, it will be very natural because the system will go and extract the page title of the page where it build links to. That will just put it in the anchor text. That there was like, this is the way to dilute the any anchor profile if you have our optimization. Naked links. So plus we have prefixes, suffixes. You might say that 50% will be prefixes. Let's say read more, check. And the second part would be URLs. You can dump your URLs here. You can automatically scrape authority URLs. Let's say 30%. And you do like either niche or you do custom and create the keywords that will just get. So you can do RSS, you can do existing RankWyz network, you can put the backlinks. The strategy I said that when you download backlinks from, let's say, your PBN, so there's a special case for Amazon product review. If I'll go to the existing link profile, you can tell that let's say the primary home business, this is 50% of the secondary keywords, and I can click on generate preview. You can see that that creates, let's say, an exact proportion. Let's say I can enable 20% of generic keywords, and so on and so on. I can do like naked links. So this exactly gives you power of creating the campaign that will create the link, the control over the link profile, not the old way of that many systems still supports of like you dump your URLs and you dump your keywords here and we mash them up somehow. That gives you a way of creating the very targeted, very controlled link profile. And we have a notion of templates. So this is how you create your template. Let's say if I want to create a plain link, this is link like as it looks, and that will be in the form of resource box. To read more about, you can plug in the keyword, create a link. You can do, let's say, those are like random examples in the link profile. It's a broken image, but that should be an image. And let's say more bars. That's what you usually put in the bottom in the form for if you do interlinking. So we have a way of the syntax of the link profile. You can create a lot of templates. Let's say about author. So you can put it in the bottom. So you can do the image spoon, and that will create a link that will just look pretty natural. So this is link profile. This is all together. So you create a link bucket. So that is standalone, so you can reuse it for multiple campaigns. Then you create link profile. So of course, your link profile for the tier 1 will be different from the link profile for, let's say, a lower tier. So you can create a link profile that uses RSS if, let's say, you can build in some existing properties. But those are together. Huh. Okay, so I guess I lost my presentation. Didn't I get excited? Huh?
You got excited and lost it, huh?
All right, so yeah, well, okay, so this is site, and this is content servers, advanced link profile, and submissions. Submission is basically, finally, we get to the point where the most of the posting tools do, like how to make links. I intentionally put it at the bottom, at the last moment, because usually system is limited to what people think system can do. And if we push that, well, you can do link building, so that probably most likely whoever creates in the system will be looking to how to start posting my URLs with the system. So this is called submissions. When you create your when you decide what network you'll be posting on, so whether you're using RankWyz shared networks or you build your own network, whether you're going to be post predefined content, we have shortcuts everywhere. You can use shared network. Like, you don't need to do anything. You can use preset content. You don't need to do anything. You select the submission, and you say, I want to use preset content, carpet cleaning, or something similar. And then you create a submission. Out of 3 questions, where to post, what to post, and how to post, where would be the network, whether it's your own or the network of managers by RankWyz, what to post as the content, whether you create your bucket with the fine-tuned content, or you said, well, I don't care, like I will just set a preset content. Let's say if you do warm-up, if you do third tier links, so you probably say, well, it's okay, the internet marketing is good enough. So then you create a submission. The submission, it is a configuration. So we support 2 types of submission for the Web2s, post and push. So one is runs on schedule, another one post for runs when link becomes available, and it's good for second tier, third tier backlinks. Let's say if you chain them together, so they one runs on schedule, another one runs once the top level submission is finished and created a link. So let's say you can create an automation. I want to post this content on my network spread over 7 days. And then for every successful post, I want to do 10 second tier posts. That will be an implementation. So we have bookmarking submission. We have video submission for those who do YouTube promotions. And we have Google embeds. So basically, most typically used by Google Maps, but of course can be used by any embeds. Could be Google Docs, could be any other like iframe type of promotion. Iframe is a great type of promotion. Still works, and probably might be not as effective, as easy as it's when it was introduced. When it was like you can easily rank overnight, but it's still valuable to the approach, like a solution for in the arsenal of especially local SEO. So you want to push your site, you want to push all properties, and the one way to push the properties important safe, because there's no penalty against iframe. Iframe is non-link. There's no penalty against iframe. You can't really safely post link to the going to the site like 1,000 times. Well, you still can do with the iframe. You can do with the Google Map or the Google Doc, and of course, it is valuable. So we have, if you look at the list of the sites, we identify them whether they support like specifics with the Web2s. Some of them supports embeds, some don't. Some do iframe, some do conversion of depending on the type. So we have an option when you create, let's say, video submission. You can say that I want to post on sites that supports embeds and links, or embeds only. So that will gives you YouTube embeds only. This will convert the sites that do not support embeds into the link to the YouTube. So this is typical submission, and this is second tier automation. You can see that once it's completed, it goes to the second level. Well, submissions is a separate topic, so I will. This is where I stop, because it's a lot of configuration based on the scenarios. And you can see I still have quite a few. So like RankWyz for local SEO, I'll be speeding up. So competitors analysis. So we have a way to add the sites, your sites or competitors' sites, do complete analysis. So it's only available for pro accounts, which might be not the good news for everyone. But the good news is that there's no limit on the number of blogs you can and sites you can add to once you're on a pro account. So you can add multiple projects, you can add multiple blogs. So we don't count how many. You can see the like, let's say in terms of competitors, I didn't show the backlink opportunities again. So it's not extremely complex report if you have access to all third-party tools. But if you don't, you can go to the site, download, as I showed, backlinks, and you say, well, I want to download backlinks from all my competitors, only good backlinks. Let's say TrustFlow 5+. Why? Because it gives you the ideas for linking opportunities. If it is let's say again, if you're in local business, very likely you will see all possible local directories your competitors are in. You can see that they all sorted by authority of the domain, and you can see York region, inside Toronto, inside that's all directories. And that gives the intersection from the domains my client already have links to and the competitors have. Simple report that gives you ideas of, you can go to all of those sites and create citations there. So keywords discovery. Well, I showed that you can load keywords from the from SEMrush, and you can do the same from the competitors, and you can add them all into the rank tracker and content mill. So basically, if you see that, like the idea for again, so it's a broad topic. So you can't rank nowadays site for Toronto dentist alone. So you want to, like, if you want to run it for the high competitive keywords, you have to rank it for the dozens and dozens, if not hundreds, of the low competitive keywords. Then it naturally comes to the keywords you want to rank, the end results. So you never start with the top keyword. Let's say some comes to you and say, well, I want to be top an orthodontist in Toronto. So the old-fashioned school, the approach is that you start developing what can you do to rank. So how many links I need to place with the linking based on orthodontist Toronto? No, you don't. You need to create a tree of the keywords, long tail, low competition. You need to create a content. You need to post a lot of this content. Once you have a niche relevancy, most likely you have proper silo, that will lift your main keyword automatically. You don't even need to do anything. Well, it's good if you do something, but this is approach. So you can do keyword discovery based on your competitors and see what topics else you can create in your network. Again, it's not only on your money side, you need to post more content, but you need to create relevancy of your properties, including your PBN and Web 2s, so that if let's say if it's spotlights, so most likely you need to rank for spotlights in every small town around. If you do like heated floors and everything related, so it creates Web 2 blogs that have high relevancy for the specific niche. So when you have like one of them, so it's a power. What if you have 100 to 200? So create brand niche network. Again, so it's all kind of somewhat all related topics. So when you create a network, you spend time. So this network work for you. So if you, I can share the link to the study I did probably last year when the network, I still show that the electrical network, when I created 200 sites, that most of them were ranking on the page 1. I didn't even want them to rank that high. But because it's a low competition keywords and we have targeted keywords of mixing the pretty low competition trade keywords and all locations, you rank them. But when you do it one side, like this mass creation sites, like you expect to rank one side. What if you have 200 blocks or 500 blocks ranking? Because you can easily dominate low competition pages. Track citation, discovery, verify citation. As I said, soon. So it's currently work in progress. So we have the way. It's going to be very helpful for the local SEOs that you can run report to see your citation across hundreds of the. So we currently targeted first top 100 of the directories. So you can see consistency of your NAP and the sites that you don't have a citation, so you can easily add. So it's good for local SEO when you get a new client. And not to say that it's unique to other services, but for those who use RankWyz, it will be contained within RankWyz. You don't need to go to use other services. Different type of backlinks, as I said, scenario of backlinking of ranking pages within network, backlinking of backlinks of your client. You get a client. What the first thing you do with the start promotion? You need to download good backlinks and start backlinking backlinks. So you don't need to just hammer his site, but if he has, let's say, 50 good backlinks, this is the way to start promotion, like pretty much same day. You send you already have, hopefully you have a network that you can send the authority to the backlinks that will be automatically propagated to the site. Citations, we have a couple of ways of building citations. One I showed in the content mill when you create citations. Another one directly in submissions. If you do it like one time, you can have URLs, you can have citations. And we have YouTube and embed campaigns. So RankWyz for PBN owners. So it's a big area for us. So we have tons. We have several thousands of PBN, pro 20,000 pro blogs. When I said 20,000, so I guess I should brag. So we have 4.5 million blogs and social accounts in total in the database, and pretty large chunk it's our shared networks, but a lot the shared by users. So if you think that you create manual network by just carefully crafting, still there's a value in the manual created articles, like created properties. Of course you do, but you can't really go against automation. Like if someone has hundreds of blogs and they post relevant content, it's really hard to do it without using one or another way of automating services too. So with the PBN, you can post relevant content. It's extremely important. So the majority of PBNs missing good content. Like typical PBN, if it's like below, it's like if it's 5 pages, forget it. It's irrelevant PBN. You have to post content. Like you have to post. You can use content to grow authority of your PBN. So that like even if you have one link going to your site, you focus on growing authority of your PBN. How? You build backlinks to your PBN. You post more relevant content. Build low tier network. It's all kind of in the form of building authority network. Strategy of linking from a Web2s to the PBN, which is most common, is as good as other way around. And if you think, I tested it last year, like you can multiply the power of your PBN. If you, let's say you build authority Web2s, let's say 200, 300 blogs, and you backlink them all from your PBN. So it gives you if you have only 10 blogs PBN, you only can have 10 backlinks pointing to your site. But what do you do after that with PBN? What if you build it to 200 blogs tier 1, you get them indexed, you get them ranking. Then each of them you backlink from your PBN, you have a lots of boost to your PBN, to your Web2s. So now we have 200 quality backlinks going from your Web2 properties. So interlinking is just extremely, extremely helpful, extremely useful. Did I cover them all? Yeah, backlinks. So that's what RankWyz does in automation. RankWyz for affiliate SEO and Amazon stores. I'll just only briefly say that we have it. Because I don't think it's your audience. So we recently added a network type of Amazon. So we scrape products, we scrape reviews, and again, we have automations. Everything we scrape, we do with one purpose, automated. So we scrape products, reviews, so you can set up automation to say that, well, I want to backlink all my positive reviews Again, so very briefly on Amazon. So if you want to bring more value into even Amazon algorithm, you need to have more traffic. How to have more traffic? You need to rank your reviews. Lots of reviews, ranking relatively high, because people do review their exact search on the very unique product. So you rank your reviews, you get a traffic, you will have rank high in the Amazon, what is A9, like the Amazon algorithm. RankWyz for link sellers. As I said, a lot of people who claim that do like the own site servers using RankWyz. I kind of created a very quick example of that solution we had for the problem that anyone who buys or sells links from PBN knows. When you sell the link, you have a problem of revealing your PBN, because if someone sends you domains, it means you know for a fact that your links were posted, and it means that everyone else has those domains. So that's just waiting for to be reported. But if they don't send you links, you only have to pray and hope that they do not. You only have to rely on the reputation of the seller, because literally you pay for something that you don't even know what to do. So what we did is the report. When you run a submission report, and there's an option to share it, and we added this checkbox specifically for the PBN sellers. So when you run the report, you can show the report right from your PBN, and you enable mask domain. So you can see pages. Well, this is Web 2, so that's not PBN. That's why metrics is not very high, but that will be applied for the PBN report. So if you want to give user the report, you can send the report right from the RankWyz once you made the post on your PBN, and you can mask domain. We have if the report is run from the network type of PBN, we also have IP. And we have stats on the top that shows the IP distribution. You might say that, let's say if you have a PBN and you have 20 or 50 blogs report, I want to see that report posted on all unique C-class IPs. So that's we recently added. So I think it's good for anyone who just renting PBN links. For more, I'll make web account creator. So like where you get web accounts, like you want to build, or you want to build your huge network, but hey, where you get those accounts? Of course, you can buy them from our account store, and the price is relatively cheap. Like, I mean, so you can have 1,000 accounts for $100, and we run promotions once in a while. We have desktop account creator, but hey, RankWyz is all about automation, and I always thought that like no one like I even don't want to mess with the desktop tools, VPS and all stuff. So we have web account creator. We recently bumped the number of allocation, the number of accounts you can create daily by several times, multiple times, so that if you go to the plans, you'll see that Pro account allows you to create 100 accounts every day. So it's 3,000 blogs a day you can create if you are on Pro account, so you don't even need to buy them. And if you hire accounts, it's even a higher number of accounts per day. Like we don't charge for this. You go to Web 2, and unlike Web Store, no, not paid. So you do complimentary. So let's say it says to me, so based on you create like I have 300, but let's say you'll be limited to 100. If you use the username, title, taglines, you put them all in order. Let's say if I create in the network for Ontario tutors, I will create might be spoon variations of Ontario math, Toronto math, like and so on, titles and taglines. save it, run, you can see that, well, I haven't run it for a while, but every time I need to do a use case, this is how I run my, create my network. So I create a network of 1,000 accounts right from the web account creator. So I don't think any other service has this. So we have RSS monitor, which is like, I will do very briefly. If you have any, it's kind of, if you're techie, if you have your RSS feed that you want to backlink, let's say you have your PBN, for some reason you don't want to bring it over to RankWyz, then you have your feed. So you specify the RankWyz monitor that will just build, check daily for any new items and backlink. We have WordPress plugin. So you install in WordPress. If you don't want to kind of check it by RSS feed, there's a WordPress plugin that says simple configuration. Every time I make a new post on this blog, send it for backlinking on RankWyz. But of course, it's all offset with our last month, a couple of months ago, we launched our IFTTT integration, and it's extremely popular. A lot of people are using it, so it's growing every day on stats. So we launched several services, but it's pretty simple. We have a video on how to create. Like, I have to go. Like, I mean, there's any possible service that produces a URL. Would it be Tumblr? Would it be Vibly? Would it be like social? Anything you want to backlink, so you now can easily connect with IFTTT. So you create, well, I mean, so that's probably the last thing I need to go into details to your audience.
Yeah, I was going to say, now you're really speaking our language.
Yeah, because, well, whatever I say, like, we have API, we have plugin, we have loading. Nothing comes to simplicity of using IFTTT, and especially when someone already have the network of your properties already, and you want to connect them for backlinking. Well, like, I mean, I'm not going to details, but it's pretty simple. You go to connect your account, and after that, you implement the service that produces URL. So I need to build more of the examples. So we have RSS, Web2s, the Tumblr, WordPress, but I see people create all possible scenarios, and I'm pretty sure they all coming from your academy teaching. So what kind of property are useful or not? This all can be easily connected to RankWyz. Like, if you look at our homepage, RankWyz supports free account, 30 posts a day. It's not much, but it's 1,000 posts a month. And if this is what you need, so you can use this account for free forever. So you can go connect your IFTT. You can create the submission that, as I said, so like, I'm not going into the exact steps. It's pretty straightforward. You create push submission, and when you connect it to IFTTT, that it will prompt you for the project and for the submission where you want to send and how many times you want to backlink every link. That's
so what you're saying, Pavel, is that you can connect your branded tier 1 properties to RankWyz so that every time a post is made to the Money Site blog, which then syndicates to the tier 1 network, RankWyz will take those post URLs from the Web 2 network and backlink those automatically.
exactly.
Fabulous.
Not only that, you can create the tree of the submissions. You can create, let's say, Web 2 submission. You can create bookmarking submission. You can create Web 2 that is posting to bookmarking and bookmarking separately. So basically, you can create a tree in the, let's say, if I'll go to any existing, and this is submissions, and I create a, well, I take just, let's say.
So essentially, it's tiered link building to your network properties.
So I create the, see, like, if you see the configuration and see that this posting, and it says send automatic successful posts to bookmarking and blogging. Every bookmark, every URL to bookmark 5 times, every URL to post on blogging 5 times. This is what we call push submission. Push can be done from inside RankWyz, from top level. It could be done from any type of automation, let's say RSS monitor, or it could be done from outside. So this is how you connect your IFTT network. Like I created this, and I said that like every URL once available will be posted 5 times, spread 12 hours to shared network business. You can see that it inside, like if they can be chained indefinitely. This can be chained down to another level of bookmarking or blogging or social. We do support social in form of Twitter and Facebook, like Twitter mostly. Twitter works the best. So when you create the RankWyz, you go back to IFTT. You have your network already created. Well, like with your suggestions. Like I know you link together all branded Web2 properties, and you can. The simplest implementation is they all say, well, because every time you create a property, every time you create a link, so you're losing up if you're not backlinking it. But you have to backlink it with the relevant keyword, the relevant content, with the good anchor profile. And this is what the RankWyz come together. So you create and say, see, I said post shared network, shared content. But you can create all your custom content with the content mill. You might specify how you put the anchor around your link. That's all in RankWyz configuration. When you go to IFTT and say, anytime this service creates a post, generates URL, send it URL to RankWyz. And then RankWyz has all the configuration of how many times to backlink, whether bookmark, what the content to use, whether you want to, what the anchors you want to use. And for anyone who just using it for mildly for one site, I think free service is good enough. Although, of course, that when you scale it up, that helps when you build like a large number of properties.
That's awesome, Pavel. Thank you.
All right. So that again, so IFTT. So I think it's just requires the go through the video. We have step by step, and it's pretty straightforward. If not, you can create more. So I'll just go to the integrations. We have integrations with all famous spinners. So we have translations. We have API to upload content. We have API to load links. This is one of implementation API. It's our Zapier and IFTTT implementation. We have integration with the content machine. I'm not sure if it is still as relevant as at the time when we built it. We have backlink indexers. I mentioned them. So like we have 6 of them. So we have integration with Easy Blog Networks. So you can import your blogs from EBN. We have integration with SideWyz. Well, as I should mention, this is another service for PBN hosting, SideWyz. Hopefully, I will have a separate chance to introduce to this service.
Yeah, in fact, we were going to ask you about that. We'd like to schedule you for another one for SiteWyz specifically. So
yeah, SideWyz, because it's a custom implementation, has a lot of functionality we developed specifically for the PBN, the modern implementation of PBN. PBN for links is gone. So PBN should be for traffic. PBN should be for the ranking, and then that produces tremendous results. So and down for you services. Down for you services is for those who have no time and rather value their time more than money. So that we have the services that pre-built on the you can create an order on the shared network, but we have specific network that guaranteed indexed. You don't need to spend time indexing your Web2s. This is unique service, and it's free for Google Maps, YouTube's, and posts. And we have another service that we move our high authority Web2s, guarantees page authority 20 plus blogs. If you're looking to build if you have a client, if you want to post your content on the high-end Web2s, you have no time to build this. This is the safest way to build, to order this. So we have posting credits. If you don't want to buy into the monthly plan, you can buy, let's say, 10,000 credits and use them, spread them to use as long as you want before you use them up. Although it's worth mentioning so that our plan is all built on the posting credits a month. Let's say the pro account is 15,000. as I said, 15,000 is a lot for one site, but when you build a large network, that's exactly what you need. And we do not expire them, like they accumulated. So you sign up today, so it takes you like 3 weeks before you finally get your hands on, and it's a rebuild time. You get another 15,000, so you can use 30,000 next month. And we have the campaign that's specifically for those who are looking to start, because we set up campaigns based on your requirements, and we send you a summary video step by step, so that you can use later on as a reference how to use. We used to have more services. We kind of combine them into only good one. So done for you services. So let me see. I'm very close. How to get help? We have online chat. If any of you users used in the past RankWyz, and as someone mentioned already, had a hard time to kind of navigate through the system, so we have pretty much 24/7 now online support. I know that it's not it's more than other services have, but considering complexity of the system, so we have persistent chat. If you don't get response immediately, you'll have it within an hour, with explanation, either reference to the resource, and we do a lot of help. So we have a Facebook mastermind group, closed group, like everyone has. I know that you have. So that the same way where you can post your support questions, we have knowledge base support RankWyz.com, where like there are a lot of case studies, articles of how to implementation. So we're about to launch our playbooks, as I said, the blueprints. I have a blog where I post all the videos. There are a lot of video, like kind of video what I just heard today. I like to talk about that a lot, so that all the knowledge you might find on my blog at RankWyz.com. I have a YouTube channel where you can find by RankWyz. That's probably a couple of hundred of videos, not as many as Burley has, but still quite a few.
You're on your way though, buddy. It's funny, but that's what I already posted this in the chat, but part of the reason it put you on my radar again was the fact that you started posting content to your blog consistently, and it's awesome content. And that's when, that's what put you back on the radar for me. I was like, wow, this guy really knows his stuff. So keep doing what you're doing with that blog, man. It's amazing.
And you can tell, I can talk about this until someone says, hey, enough. All right, so that done for you, we have done for you services, and we have dedicated account manager for those who just looking to outsource completely the RankWyz work. So we don't have any strict requirements on this. It's just we create a backend project and it's available for the Pro 60,000 plus accounts. So basically, once you sign up to this, we do work for you. Like it's exactly if you just sign up for RankWyz and then look into outsource it to someone else. So we have account manager, and I think the last slide I kind of revealed it a couple of times already while I was just looking. So I have a mastery, the code that you can use for the next 24 hours. That will be for 20% off for any plan that your audience can use and take advantage of the benefits RankWyz provides, in combination with the knowledge you already have from the Semantic Master.
Yeah, guys, I'm dropping the URL in there now for you guys to go check it out. And remember, you can actually set up a free account to start with if you want to play with it. And you said that's what, 30 posts per day, right?
30 posts per day. It doesn't give you any metrics, of course,
right?
But anything else is just pretty much unrestricted. So you can add your main site. You can do you can add your blogs. Create. You don't have access to web account creator, but you can order them. You like basically everything. The low tier plans, it's all about posts, and those posts can be used forever. And again, when it comes to IFTTT, so if you already have your network, the easiest way, so you go and I'll share the video so you can find it in our blog. You create a submission, and you connect your network with the FTTT, and you start backlinking. So you can take advantage of this immediately if you start backlinking. Your properties with the relevant content and that should be continuous. Like, we don't go like into link velocity. Probably the longest existing metrics that Google has, and it still has link velocity. So like, you do not Google just an old day used to detect spam by spike of the backlinks. That is just similar to the the pattern of the breaking news, but the only difference that the lot of them were dropping out immediately after. That was just a time when we use Xrammer and other tools like in bulk. So link velocity extremely important, so that if you continuously building your backlink to tier 1, the citations and all the stuff, just create small tier 1, tier 2 submission and backlink a little bit. Like, you can do like 20 posts a day, and that will come up to 1,000 backlinks like every month.
Oh, that's awesome, man. Hey, I got a question. Somebody says, how do we get the discount? I'm assuming you sign up for or register an account, and then when you go to upgrade, you put mastery in some field. Is that correct?
Yeah. So when you sign up, it's free account. You'll see the message free account, and if you go to upgrade, like so that see, it says that I can't upgrade because I already have paid plan, but otherwise you will see at the bottom.
It just for a coupon code. You add the coupon code at that point.
So you select it, and then next screen there will be the discount code for you can apply.
Okay. Another question is, along with the credits, is there a monthly fee for the service?
No, once you sign up, there's no extra fees.
Okay.
So
you can subscribe to monthly credit plans, or you can buy one-off credit packages, correct?
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So everything I explained, I described, is you can find in the upgrade tab. You can see the difference. Like Wizard, this is our low-end plans that is focused mostly on those who want to post. Let's say I do everything else outside. I don't care. Like, let's say I have my PB and I want backlinking. So like 9,000 posts is enough. Everything else comes from the pro, but content meal is included in all plans, including free. The bulk indexing is included in Pro Plus. The metrics is Pro Plus. The desktop account creator is included on all plans. Traffic, like you can see them: traffic simulation, search simulation, Pro Plus, and you can see all the numbers here. So how the number of keywords. So like based on plan, you have different limits. Monitoring, crawling, PBN domain, and support. But to simply answer your question, so no, we don't expect any other charges except of the monthly plan.
Awesome, that's great. And it looks like we don't really have a whole lot of questions coming in, guys. We're at the 2-hour mark. And Pavel, what I would like to do is, because there was a couple questions like coming through saying like how can this integrate with the stuff that Semantic Mastery teaches? And since this is the first time I've actually had a chance to go through and see what the tool does, which, by the way, blown away, Pavel. It's amazing what you've done with this tool, man. It's a hell of a lot different than it was when I used it 3 or 4 years ago. I can tell you that. But what I'd like to do is, we're going to send out a replay. And I would also like to have some time to go through the software a bit with my team and figure out, how we would best integrate it with our methodology, and then share that with our audience as well. So perhaps that coupon code can be reactivated again when we send out that replay. Is that capable?
Yeah. So we'll keep it for your audience, and we'll be reactivating like when next time you send this in the.
That's great. And so, guys, what I would like to do is wrap this up because of the time. We're 2 hours in. But I definitely am going to talk to Pavel about scheduling him, first of all, for a SiteWyz demonstration, because I'm curious, after seeing RankWyz, I want to see what SiteWyz does too, because I'm pretty sure it's going to be equally amazing. But then I also like to potentially bring you back, Pavel, for another webinar if possible. Maybe to once we've done what I just mentioned I was going to do with my team, bring you back on to really hone in on how we would do work with your tools in Semantic Mastery. Does that sound like something we can do?
Yeah, absolutely. It will be, of course, less overwhelming webinar if you'll structure it to focus on some specific area, because I kind of try to kind of jump in and cover like a lot. But I know that usually it's just easier to get into a feeling of being overwhelmed.
Yep. All right. And then the last question, just this one's come from Roger. I think he's asked it twice now, so it must be really important. Roger says, do you have any best practice documents?
Well,
I'm assuming that would be your blog now, right?
My blog, if you search on the let's do it again. So support RankWyz.com. So this is where I compile all the knowledge, and see there are like some of the few case studies, content, relevance. Shit, I didn't even go into relevancy stacking. Okay, so they're like how to create, what to create. So there is a blog at RankWyz.com. This is where you see it more from the theory perspective. So this is what we do, and then how you do it in RankWyz. So this is more of when you know what you want to in RankWyz, and there are quite a few articles in here. And should you have any question, you might either try search or ask in the chat box to direct you to the best resource, because with all of those resources, I still create pretty much every day quick screencasts explaining how to apply RankWyz for specific needs. Like there are a lot of scenarios, and I'm being kind of SEO geek, always take as a challenge, and someone says, "Oh, can we do this?" And I'm thinking, yeah, let me see how to do this, because it's always been in our mantra to make it very flexible. But again, so it makes so many ways so you can apply RankWyz. Like you can create variety in the link profile. You can do multiple tiers. So if we don't have a specific video, we'll do a screencast to answer the question.
There you go. So guys, in other words, another way to put it is the blog is more conceptual and theory, and then the help files or knowledge base is going to be where you're going to get the actual execution of those theories. And that's where essentially, Holly, those help files are tutorials. Am I correct, Pavel?
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, listen, we appreciate certainly having you come on, man. I'm really blown away by this tool. I had no idea that it does as much as it does, and like to the level that it does it, which is really amazing. I love the content mill and the link diversity and all that kind of stuff, man. It's amazing. So it's funny, but I was already pinging one of my team members saying that I'm going to contact our link building manager and have him assign a link builder directly to RankWyz full time to just start learning it and using it, because I think this is a tool that we need in our toolbox, no doubt. So
sure, I'll be happy to go with your manager through the specific use case, because as I said, so we keep adding, like the RankWyz has been around for so long, only because we keep adjusting into the modern SEO. Otherwise, right. If it will be still in the concepts we built it in, like in 2012, 13, it will be dead long time.
Yeah.
So, yeah, let me know. So, if you want to have a kind of quick session with the manager.
Absolutely.
And I also want to thank you for the opportunity. I can tell that I was looking for the chance to speak for so many SEOs as your audience, and we'll be glad to do it again.
That's awesome. We appreciate your time today, and guys, everybody, I hope you got a lot out of this and see just some amazing examples of what this tool can do. It's awesome. So and we'll definitely be scheduling a couple more webinars with him, so you guys just be on the lookout for those. And also the replay will go out in the next day, but like I said, we're going to end up revisiting a replay and sending it out once we've had a chance to integrate it with our own services a bit more. So just be on the lookout for that, guys, and we appreciate everybody being here. So thanks again.
All right, thank you, guys.
Thanks, guys. Bye.